The Panasonic Lumix GH5S was one of only a couple of jewels to leave the consumer electronics show this year. It won our Top Tech of CES 2018 honor. The Micro Four Thirds mirrorless camera is to a great extent indistinguishable to the standard GH5, which got a Digital Trends Editor's Choice honor in our survey thanks to some extent to its numerous developments in video. Panasonic has now multiplied down on that approach. The S demonstrate joins a few key equipment and programming changes that give it a much more tightly center around proficient video makers, all while helping the generally little Micro Four Thirds sensor punch well over its weight. We don't utilize the expression proficient here daintily. The $2,500 GH5S costs more than the standard model, as well as won't speak to as expansive a statistic. Its video quality pushes into film camera region. Yet at the same time, picture takers have little motivation to think about it. There is likewise one key element in self-perception adjustment that is missing, which means numerous video shooters may lean toward the standard GH5 too. The greater part of this is to state that the GH5S can't generally be contrasted next to each other in different mirrorless cameras, yet for a specific faction of Panasonic fans, this is the GH camera they've generally needed. We need to concede, it is invigorating to see a noteworthy enterprise deliver such a specialty item for a little however committed gathering of clients, regardless of whether it's not the hard and fast better camera. Note that the GH5S does not supplant the GH5 but rather exists as a friend camera, intended to be viable, not beautiful. The GH5S is relatively indistinguishable to the GH5 outwardly. Put something aside for a brilliant red rec catch to finish everything and other exceptionally minor points of interest. Because of the evacuation of the 5-hub adjustment framework, the camera is somewhat lighter. Also, it is anything but a gigantic distinction, perhaps what might as well be called expelling the battery, however it is perceptible. Other than that, it's the same old thing. It has the same 3.68 million spec electronic viewfinder, 1.62 million spot articulating LCD touchscreen, and ruggedized assemble. It's not the prettiest mirrorless camera we've seen, and it doesn't feel very as refined as the stills arranged Lumix G9. However, it is still unquestionably utilitarian. On the off chance that we can nitpick, we are somewhat neutral with the vibe of a portion of the controls. The lower raise order dial and related four-way catches feel especially wobbly and shabby for a $2,500 camera, and the self-adjust point selector joystick isn't as clicky as we might want. Additionally, connecting to earphones or HDMI or USB links still meddles with the articulating screen. Simply the pixels you require. The principal spec that hops out about the GH5S is its 10.2 megapixel sensor, which is generally a large portion of the number pixels of the standard GH5. This choice may appear somewhat odd, as though Panasonic is approaching clients to pay more for less. Yet it's really something worth being thankful for video.